is about to go live.
Have you seen that replay, buddy?
Alright, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me. You're right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Dana! 60 G's, baby!
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
Ele tem nothing. Ele tem nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
Yeah, what's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we're back with the prediction show tonight, and I'm here with my boy Cross. Big up everybody in the chat. Salute to every single one of you. Apologies for the lateness. We was waiting for a couple brothers, then we had to deal with some technical issues on their part. They're going to be joining us soon, but big up yourself. Salute to everybody that's locked in right now. We got UFC 312 to talk about. We're going to get right through the card. And my bro Cross, how you doing today, my guy?
Man, I'm good. It's Friday before pay-per-view. What I mean, it's all good over here. We get to chop it up, talk about the card, man. Welcome everybody in the chat. We appreciate you being here, and let's get to it.
Yeah, man, for real. Like I said, like me and Cross been here since like just before 9 o'clock. Like we've been waiting in the back, but the show must go on, people. And we're here to deliver on that card. Now, the first card on the before we get to the first card on the docket, we gotta show the people what the standing is. Even though McDaniel here is worth seeing him down there, still bottom of the pile. You know what I mean? I don't care if his joint scores were making a walk, he's still bottom of the pile, man. You know what I mean? By default, keep him there, people. Keep him there. Okay. We've got for the first card, Quillan versus Jubli. Jubli coming in with a record of 7-1. Both with a record of 7-1. Jubli fighting out of India, and we got Quillan fighting out of Australia. This fight is happening in the lightweight division. And where are you going on this card right here?
So for me, I know the UFC is definitely making a push with Jubli trying to get into the India market. But his last fight in the UFC, he was actually winning the fight, and then his opponent just started barking at him in the octagon. The guy just literally melted right in front of us. So
yep.
Quillan looked really good on his Dana White Contender Series fight, and then he's gonna have like a 6-inch reach advantage in this fight. So I'm going with Quillan here. What about you?
Yeah, man, I definitely going to be going with Quillan here. I think with Quillan coming in with off the Contender Series, like you said, he just had that fight 4 months ago, just literally around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But this brother got serious weapon in the toolbox, and I don't even think when you look at some of his previous fights, like he's got finishes, got a lot of KOs, he's got submissions, and I think he can definitely utilize that in this fight against somebody like Jubli. And like you said, just the fact that Jubli melted in that last fight against Braden, it kind of makes him look, you know what? I'm definitely gonna go with Quillan on this one, and he's gonna be in front of the home crowd. So 100% gonna be going with Quillan on that one. All right, let's get on to this next one on the card. We got Jonathan Micallef versus Kevin Jousset. Kevin Jousset coming in with a record of 10-3. Jonathan with a record of 7-1. Kevin Jousset fighting out of France, and we've got Jonathan fighting out of Australia. This fight is happening in the welterweight division. I'm gonna go first on this one. I'm gonna be going with Kevin Jousset on this one. And Kevin Jousset is not even one of those fighters Jousset is not even one of those fighters that is reliable, but that last loss. Look, I look at the person, I look at the fighter he was fighting, and for me, I said it yesterday. It's no shame losing to Brian Battle.
Mm-hmm.
It's no shame how you know, but it's kind of how you lose as well. Getting
Mm-hmm.
a Brian Battle, it's a mad one, but he's looking to get it back. But then we got Jonathan again coming off a contender series. You know, 3 months ago, so he's still fresh in the octagon, and we got Jousset trying to get back on the winning side. So I think he's gonna get it done off of these guys, because Kevin Jousset is a good fighter, man, and it's no shame losing to Brian Battle. So I see him getting a comeback on this one. What about you?
So I'm definitely with you on that. I know that fight Jousset had with Brian Battle was definitely a tough fight, especially losing at home in Paris like that. That was definitely tough for him. He's going up against a wrestler in Micallef right here, and striker grappler matchup, man. The way these fights can go is any kind of way. I think Micallef lands over 4 takedowns per 15 minutes, so we definitely know what he's trying to do. I think Jousset is going to do a good enough job of keeping it on the feet, and then when he gets taken down, do a good job of scrambling, trying to get back to his feet. So I'm going with Kevin Jousset as well.
Okay.
Shout out to Making a Walk in the chat saying Ola got the sons out, guns out. Bro, hey, show him what's on the tank top, brother. Show him what's on the tank top, dog. Yeah.
We're rocking it tonight, man. You know. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Them and they demanded tank tops yesterday on Dust Up Shakedown. So I thought, yeah, you know what? Let me bless the people with the tank top. Yeah, we here with it. And salute to the boy Jordan. Jordan's back in the house. And Jordan's just settled in now.
I've got a plan.
There we go. We got you. There we go.
Oh, it sounds way better than
way better now.
Why didn't you do that half hour ago? God
damn. Yeah, I'm listening to the audio through my laptop, and the mic's coming through the phone.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, it works.
All
right. So we was just talking about Jousset versus Jonathan Micallef. Do you have a pick on that, Jordan, that you want to share with people?
Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up Tapology quick. This has all got me a bit out of sorts. Are we talking about how I'm third and stuff like that yet to everyone? Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, just making sure. Ready to regain that title.
Yeah, this bout right here is the one we're talking about.
There we go. So I think in this one I've went with the favourite.
You've gone with
Kevin Jousset.
You're going with Jousset on this one?
Yeah, I think it's a very thin fight, but it's not often that the debuting Australian fighters do well. I don't know how many times now we've seen sort of guys at these smaller Australian gyms, or even City Kickboxing, come in and get finished in the first round. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Frenchman, even though he trains out in Australia at the minute. Yeah, man.
That's a full ass right there. All right, let's get to the next one. We've got Cody Steele versus Rong Zhu. Cody Steele coming in with a record of 7-0. Rong Zhu with a record of 25-6. Rong Zhu fighting out of China, and we got Cody Steele fighting out of the USA. We're not gonna press Jordan on the live odds tonight, so I'm just gonna come straight to you, Cross. I'm gonna come straight to you on this one. Where you going?
For me here, I really liked how Cody Steele looked in Dana White Contender Series. I think definitely got some composure. Looks like he's very comfortable on the feet and his grappling exchanges as well. It's crazy that Rong Zhu is so much younger and has so many more professional fights. So that's a lot of experience coming in. It's definitely something you got to pay attention to. But I'm going with Cody Steele, man. I don't think the bright light's going to be too much for him. I think he's going to have a good showing in his UFC debut.
Yeah, this is one that I've gone back and forth with, because I'm just looking at the experience of Rong Zhu, and he's been on that road to UFC, and a lot of those guys aren't bad. Yeah, obviously he came on. He's coming off a loss against Padilla on his debut in the UFC, but he's fighting a debutant that's just coming into the UFC. So for me, I'm thinking, I know Cody still, he's giving up good performances on a tier 7-0 undefeated. But I just feel like how only Barcelos taught me a lesson the other day against Talbot, bro. You know what I mean? How only Barcelos taught me a lesson, man, and said, bro, the experience counts for something. It does.
Yeah, it's real.
In this game, it does count for something. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with Rong Zhu. I'm gonna go with Rong Zhu on here. Jordan?
Yeah, I'm going with Cody Steele. I think the grappling should be the difference here. But you look at Cody Steele's record, there's a whole ton of cancelled fights because a lot of people didn't want to take him on. Jason Blair was his last one, decent victory, body shot. Rong Zhu, tough fighter, he's done well on the road to the UFC in the past, but I think Cody Steele's got a far bigger upside. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing it.
Okay. All right, let's go on to the next one, people. Salute to every single one of you that's locked in. Make sure you lot are hitting that like button, the share button, subscribing to the Fight Week Show, subscribing to Crossover MMA, Cage Scribe, The Rambling Dad, Making the Walk, S Dogs MMA Normally, all those guys, Head Kick Pod. Make sure you're showing all of them some love. Salute to all of you, man. Let's go on to this next one here. We got Topuria versus Colby Thicknesse. Colby Thicknesse coming in with a record of 7-0. Topuria with a record of 5-1. Topuria fighting out of Georgia and Colby fighting out of Australia. This fight is happening in the bantamweight division. Jordan, I'm going to start with you on this one. What are you thinking?
Yeah, so this is going to be my first underdog of the night. I know Topuria is one of the heavy favourites, but his record that doesn't really tell you too much. He's got wins over guys that are like 7-15, 1-9, 3-1, 1-1, 0-0. Oh no, sorry, the 0-0 was a loss.
He lost to 0-0 for real.
Yeah, I get his brother is a great fighter and stuff like that, but even he's not fought since 2023. Whereas you look at Colby, his record's about as good as it can be for a 7-0 record. He gets finishes in a variety of ways. He seems to be quite a sort of big guy for the weight division. So yeah, I think it's a solid underdog at a good price.
What about you, Cross?
I gotta be honest, man. I am dead set in the middle on this one. Like this is one tough one for me. We just don't have much to go off of, other than Ilya's older brother. Like, so we know who he trains with. But at the end of the day, like, he's in there by himself. And I'm gonna be honest. I can definitely be convinced to change my mind on this fight, but I'm just gonna go with Topuria. And that's me keeping it 100.
Yo, I agree with you. Like you said, there's not much to go on with these two guys. But when you look at both of their records, Jordan absolutely makes a compelling argument, especially when you look at the wins and losses that Topuria has got, losing to a 0-0 and beating 1-15 or something crazy like that. It's just wild. Yeah, and I definitely like Colby's resume, even though the people he's fought, they've had way more wins than losses, and that tells me that he's got something there, to offer. These two going to be debuting. It's a toss of the coin. But yeah, I'm going with Colby. I'm going to go with Colby on this one.
Shout out to Lazy Bed in the chat with that comment. He said, I got to go with Thickness just because I like him thick every time.
He ain't wrong on that. Yeah. Hey, Lazy Bed, you ain't wrong on that. I mean, yeah, but you're absolutely right, brother. Yeah, for real.
Goated comment right there. Goated comment.
So I'm going with Colby on this one. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right.
I have a feeling I might change on that one. I'm very in the middle on that fight right there.
Yeah. That's understandable because, like I said, like when you look at the record, it's like crazy, but we ain't got much. We ain't got much to go off. So just because your brother fights in the promotion, don't give you the right to be
exactly.
To be, you know what I mean? Some the Bumping brothers, they put it on, right? The Tafa brothers, they kind of do as well, but not every brother is just gonna turn up.
Yeah,
and just be like, you know what I mean? I just it don't quite work like that. Okay. Let's go on to this next one here. We got Cong Wang versus Bruno Brasil. Bruno Brasil coming in with a record of 10-4. Cong Wang coming in with a record of 6-1. Cong Wang fighting out of China. Brasil fighting out Brazil. And this fight is happening in the flyweight division. I'm going to start off on this one. Cong Wang looks, when you look at a record and even a fighting style, the way that she throws down, she's got finishings in a record. Obviously losing to Gabriela Fernandez, she's going to be looking for a comeback as well. Bruno Brasil, man, I don't know where to start, man, and I don't know if I should be giving her a chance against. No, I'm gonna go with Wang. I'm gonna go with Cong Wang on this one. I'm gonna go with Wang. What about you, Jordan?
Yeah, very close fight yet again, but I think I'm gonna go with Wang as well. I think she beat
Hold on, did you just say
Valentina.
Kang is gonna go Wang?
Gotta go Wang. I think
carry on, brother.
yeah, she beat Valentina Shevchenko in a kickboxing match, which was her original claim to fame. Since then, she's looked pretty decent. Bit suspect in her last out where she got submitted. That would be the danger with Bruna Brazil here. But most of the time, I think Brazil's happy to sort of stand a lot of the time. So, yeah, I think Cong should edge this one, but I'm not dead set on either side.
Cross?
For me, like, the tape is out there on how to deal with Cong Wang. Like, she's a very good striker. And the fact she's got power in her hands to finish ladies, that makes her very different from a lot of the other female fighters. Brazil, we're gonna see if she, where her fight IQ's at, if she's gonna try to use some grappling, which I would highly suggest, but I think Cong Wang is gonna get it done.
Okay. Let's get to the next one on the docket, people. Big up yourselves. We got Tom Nolan versus Borshchev. Borshchev coming in with a record of 8-4, no contest. Nolan with a record of 8-1. Nolan's fighting out of Australia, and we got Russia. Borshchev fighting out of Russia. This fight is happening in the lightweight division. I'm going to come to Cross first on this one. What are you saying, my brother?
First off, I think this fight is going to be a lot of fun. Like, I think these guys going to absolutely go at it. It's going to stay on the feet, and we just going to see these guys exchange. Tom Nolan, is a massive lightweight at 6'3". He's going to have like a 4-inch reach advantage. Borshchev, though, I would say probably has a smidge bit more power, but for me, this is a toss-up fight, but I'm going with Tom Nolan.
Jordan?
Yeah, I went back and forth on this one for a while and landed on basically if Mota can catch Tom Nolan, then so can Borshchev. I think Borshchev's got really underrated boxing. He seems to lose the game plan sometimes when he's heading into the later rounds. But Tom Nolan is hittable for how big he is, so going to take a chance on Borshchev here.
Okay. This guy is mad. Hey, Leroy, allow me, dog, allow me. Yeah, I'm gonna be going with Tom Nolan here. I need the underdog. I think Tom Nolan. Borshchev is there to get got, and Nolan can do it. He's got unbelievable power as well. He knows how to fight his way to a points decision as well if he needs to. I appreciate the experience in the UFC with Borshchev, but this is one of them where I think Nolan is going to carry on with his winning streak in this fight. What about you, Cross?
Sure, I already went.
Oh, you went. All right, okay.
Yeah, I already went.
All right, let's get to this one right here. Jack Jenkins versus Gabriel Santos. Jack Jenkins coming in with a record of 13-3. Gabriel Santos with a record of 11-2. Santos fighting out of Brazil. We got Jack Jenkins fighting out of Australia. This fight is happening in the 145 division. Yeah, I'm gonna go first on this one, and I'm gonna go with Jenkins. Santos is a motherfucker, though. That's the thing. But Jenkins hits hard. I see that boy in the cage, and he does crack. And I think if he catches Santos, especially in the first round, man, this thing could be well over. So I'm gonna go with Jenkins on this one. I think he's gonna get it done. Jordan.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same side here. I think up until his last loss, Jack Jenkins was seen as the next big thing coming out of Australia. We were all rating his skills really highly. So for him to be a sizable underdog in this one is kind of strange considering his opponent Santos. He hasn't really shown that much inside the UFC. So yeah, I think Jack Jenkins he's about 2-1, which is a really good price for him. So take a chance on him. I think that's my second underdog.
It's not bad. It's not bad underdog. What about you, Cross?
We got a clean sweep. I need another underdog on the card. That's my second underdog right here. I definitely like Jack Jenkins. Really good leg kicks. Really good leg kicks, and I like me some good leg kicks. Santos is a good fighter. This is gonna be a tough fight. Both guys are definitely gonna have some success, and Jenkins he's all about being in a dogfight. So I think this one's gonna be a lot of fun. But I'm going Jack Jenkins.
Okay. Let's get to the next one here. We got Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. No, it's not Prado no more. It's Bellato. No.
It's Prado. Bellato's fighting
Jimmy Crute.
Yeah, Jimmy Crute. Yeah.
Okay. We got Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. Prado coming in with a record of 12-2, and Matthews coming in with a record of 20-7. Matthews fighting out of Australia, and we got Prado fighting out of Argentina. This fight is happening in the welterweight division, people. And I am going to go to Cross first on this one.
So for me in this matchup, I mean, Jake Matthews, ever since he converted to Islam, became a Muslim, like his fighting styles looked a lot better. Uses a lot of the footwork, a lot of movement, and Prado just wants to come forward. I mean, he's a younger fighter. And I think the movement and the footwork of Jake Matthews is going to frustrate him a little bit. And because Matthews likes to get in and then get out and move a lot, and you got to stay patient and you got to stick to the course to get to him. So I'm going with Jake Matthews in this one, but I'm expecting another good fight though.
100%. Look, getting getting a win against Phil Rowe is no mean feat. You know what I mean? Is Jake Matthews is a good fighter. So is Prado. Prado very, very experienced as well. But I do like Jake Matthews here. And for a lot of the reasons you mentioned earlier on Cross, it's one of the reasons why I have a feeling this is going to be a clean sweep as well. What about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm taking a third underdog here. I think Jake Matthews has shown at times that he's not got the fight in him that he maybe used to have at the age of like 23, 24. And I think Prado's shown exactly the opposite. His fights against Zellhuber and Ottoman Aztar, I think he's just got far more fight in him, more will to win. So I think he'll probably press the action and break Jake Matthews here, even though Jake is bigger, a fair bit bigger than him, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to the next one here. Right, we got Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato. Bellato coming in with a record of 12-2. Jimmy Crute with a record of 12-4. 1-0 contest. Jimmy Crute fighting out of Australia, and we got Bellato fighting out of Brazil. This fight is happening in the light heavyweight, folks. I'm gonna go first on this one. I don't trust Jimmy Crute one bit. I told Leroy in the chat, yeah, fuck Jimmy Crute. I'm going with Bellato on this one. Yeah, that brother.
Leroy ain't gonna like that.
Nah, I don't care what he likes, bro. He's been getting at me, so this one is a big fuck you to Leroy. How about that? Cross, your turn.
So in this one, man, we know Jimmy Crute, man. He's been on a very tough stretch here. These last 4 fights, got 3 losses with the draw, and even in the draw, he was losing the fight. I don't really know where he's gonna be mentally and how he's gonna handle any adversity in this fight. And then if we look at Rodolfo Bellato, this guy's next fight, he had faced a ton of adversity, almost got finished, came back and got a finish. So I like to see that in a fighter, so I'm going with Rodolfo Bellato.
Jordan?
Yeah, I think Crute, he's sort of in the same boat as Jake Matthews, where he's got all the talent in the world, but it felt like he got a lot of bad matchups back to back, and that impacted him physically and with his chin and stuff like that. So I think I'm probably going to have to go with Rodolfo to get the win here, unfortunately, for the Australians.
Yeah, I think since he had that nerve when he got fucking that leg kick.
Oh, with Alex Smith?
Yeah.
Anthony Smith. Yeah.
And he had that that nerve thing where he couldn't work. He ain't been right since then. That's the last time. He was on the tear just before then, and since that time, he's not really been right. Yeah, I don't trust him, bro. So that's why he definitely ain't getting no picks from me.
Yeah, and then I don't think he's fought in like about 1.5 years, maybe. Yeah, it's been 1.5 years. So I just don't know where he's gonna be mentally going into this one.
Yeah, the activity is crazy, man. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go on to the next one. We got Tallison Teixeira versus Justin Tafa. Justin Tafa coming in with a record of 7-4. Teixeira with a record of 7-0. Teixeira is fighting out of Brazil, and we got Justin Tafa fighting out of Australia. This fight is happening in the heavyweight division. I'm gonna go first on this one. Or did I go first on the last one? Yeah, I did go first on the last one. So Jordan, you're next on this one.
See, this is a really hard one. We don't know that much about Tallison apart from how big he is and the fact that he can finish fights. Tafa is the type of guy to catch a big, tall heavyweight in the chin. That's pretty much all he's good for at this point. He'll lose any kind of sort of educated striking match or any kind of endurance contest. That being said, I'm going to try and stay on the hype train right now. It's only just begun. I don't think it's quite time to jump off yet, so we're going with this 6'7" giant to get a knockout here.
Yeah, I'm right there with you for a lot of the reasons that you said. The one thing with Tafa, he's got to get in the pocket. And some of the times he's been lucky getting in the pocket, and he does got a chin. I'll give him that. You know, he does have it. But going in against Teixeira, trying to get in the pocket, and Teixeira, if he has to, can just control the distance and just jab away and just keep him at bay. And he knows he's got the power to finish him as well, if you know, opening presents itself. So those reasons why I'm going
I'm
to
not
go
going to
with
lie,
Teixeira.
because of the two twins switching places so much when each other fall out, I've got them confused. I don't know who's fighting each time. I have to sort of just combine them into one
Just
fight
remember,
and go off that.
Justin's the rounder one. Junior's the slimmer one.
He's the slimmer one, yeah, for real.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know.
He's the better fighter as well, I think.
Junior, you like Junior?
I like Junior better.
Neither one of them
sometimes
defend
when
leg
Junior's
kicks
gonna
well
fight,
at
by
all.
the time it gets to fight night, Justin's fighting.
Yep.
It's too much.
Yeah, what are you saying, Cross?
So for me here, man, I mean, Teixeira, the guy's got a 7-inch height advantage, a 9-inch reach advantage, and just like you were saying, I don't think Tafa's gonna have much luck getting inside, getting into the pocket. And then on top of it, Teixeira's got a 100% finish rate. So we know this guy's got big power in his hands. And the Tafas, man, like they are definitely there to get hit and they fight behind their chins. I think Tafa's gonna be up against it in this one.
Yeah, definitely, man. They do got the chin to back it up, but I just think this one might just be one too much for him, man. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Okay. Let's hit the next one. We got Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Suarez coming in with a record of 10-0. Weili with a record of 25-3. Weili fighting out of China, and Tatiana Suarez fighting out of the USA. This is for the strawweight championship, people. Everybody knows about Weili and Tatiana Suarez. So, you know, there's one or two things to say about these two ladies here. I'm going to come straight to you, Cross. Let's hear what you got on these two ladies.
First of all, this is a great matchup. You know, Tatiana Suarez, definitely she's been called the female Habib, definitely the best female wrestler in the UFC for sure, bar none. Weili's the #1 pound for pound female fighter in the UFC right now. Just absolutely love Weili. Just so well rounded, good everywhere the fight goes. She does have one Achilles heel though, where she will get taken down. She can get controlled a little bit. But I think the improvements in her grappling in like these last 2 years and her overall wrestling has made her so much better of a fighter. So I'm taking the underdog and I'm going with Weili Zhang here.
Oh shit. Okay. Jordan.
So the more we go through the card, the more I'm realizing just how difficult it is to pick some of these fights, man. This one's wild. So most people at home, when they're breaking this down, they're thinking Weili's probably the better striker. Tatiana's probably the better grappler. Turns out, if you actually look at the stats, that's not the case. Suarez is better in both categories. Higher output rate when it comes to striking, higher accuracy, better defense, and of course, all round on the ground. So, from a viewer's perspective, I would have picked Weili, but I have to follow the stats on this one and go with Tatiana. I think, I think she does enough to get it done. I think she's going to be more active.
Yeah, man. For me, it's definitely gonna be Tatiana. Like, I fucked with this girl since she was on Tough back in the day. You know what I mean? All them years ago, and you know, explaining and talking to people about the things that she's had to get through in life, how tough she is mentally. Then, you know, got into remission, came back, loads of injuries, you know, but the talent, every time she gets in the cage and fight any of these girls, the talent is there. And you just gotta go and look at some of the people that she's beaten, you know what I mean? Aleksandre on the submission, Carla Esparza knocked her out, Nina Nunes beat her up, Montana De La Rosa choked her up, Jessica Andrade choked her up. Like, this girl grabs hold of you, a finish is about to happen. She's just bad like that. And when she's feeling good, like I've seen all through the build-up this week, she's feeling good. She's in a good mental space. And as good as Weili is, I think she's about to get a good rude awakening, man. Like, I don't think she's for anyone like Tatiana Suarez. Tatiana Suarez that's mentally switched on and she's ready to go for gold. And for me, if it went for all them injuries, she would have been a champion long time ago and probably would have been carrying on defending. I did not been for the injuries that she's had, but she is one special talent, and I think she's about to put on display for everybody to see this weekend. Highly rate Tatiana Suarez. We're going to see. All right, let's go on to the final card on the docket. Big up everybody locked in, all 70 of you watching live. Please make sure you're jumping on YouTube and dropping likes on the channel crossover. The Fight Week show, make sure you're dropping likes on the video, people. We're going to be here for the watch along tomorrow as well. We're going to be here for the main card watch along. Come link us up on the Fight Week show. We're going to be running the main card watch along for this card. So turn on the notification bells, people. Turn them on. Right. We've got Dricos Plessis DTP versus Sean Strickland. These two are going into this bout for the UFC middleweight championship. Strickland coming in with a record of 29-6, and Plessis coming in with a record of 22-2. Plessis fighting out South Africa and Sean Strickland fighting out the USA. This ain't the first time these two met. This is a rematch, and I'm going to come to Jordan on this one.
Hate to keep repeating myself, so I won't say how difficult this one is to pick, but
I have a feeling Full House is about to pull up, but go on.
You would think, but I might throw a spanner in the works. So when you look at these two guys on paper, like from height to like just everything about them matches up perfectly. I think they both have very different styles. DDP is wild. It's like the Tasmanian devil sort of coming at you. And you have to get out of the way because he's throwing hooks and he's throwing overhands and he's coming for takedowns. And Strickland, for as much as he portrays a sort of wild man, he's very disciplined. He isn't going to stray too far outside of what he's good at. He's going to sort of stay in a straight line and not try and put himself in too much danger. I think the last fight Strickland won, if I'm being honest. When you look at the amount of total strikes each round and stuff like that, the headbutt played a major part in that decision overall. So then you have to question, has that much changed since that last fight? If the answer is no, you probably give it to Strickland. DDP, I do think he has the much higher potential for growth in between fights. He's a bit younger, but he's a lot fresher. That being said, I'm going to go with Strickland to retain. I don't think many of you guys are going to have that one, so I think that's points that I can steal just for myself.
Yeah, you definitely surprised me with that pick, but you backed it with logic. So, Cross, let's hear you out.
Man, that was very well said, Jordan. Very well said. I actually thought Strickland won the first fight as well when I was watching it live. However, I do think towards the end of that fight, DDP was starting to figure out how to get the Strickland. And I think that's really going to help him in this second fight. And then to go back to another point Jordan made about what's really changed since then. In my opinion, Strickland's the exact same guy as he was in the first fight. But I think DDP kind of went to another level when he got over the hump against Izzy. And I think it's more so of a mental thing. Just like with Leon Edwards when he beat Usman, and then he was like that 20% better in the third fight. And that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I'm definitely expecting it to be competitive just with Strickland's style. He just forces you to fight his style of fight. But I think DDP's understood that isn't going to allow Strickland to dictate the pace and the range to him, and he's going to dictate the pace and the range to Strickland. So I'm going with DDP.
Yeah, man. I couldn't agree more with you. And the thing with DDP, since people don't take into account how long he was fighting before he had the nasal surgery, and once he got that clear, he don't even fight like he's tired no more. That used to be one of the things that people, put against him. Like, you know what? He looks gassed every time he's like in the later rounds and stuff. But since that nasal surgery, he's looked absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? He don't look like he's struggling to breathe, and he's got power for days. And you think somebody as muscled up as he is will struggle for oxygen anyway, in spite of the nasal surgery. And this brother, like you said, when it's coming through, bro, if it catches you with a big overhand, it could be over. If not, it's coming to take you down. And if he ends up in a clinch, everybody talks about how strong DDP is in a clinch. Like they all talk about, like, I didn't know he was this strong in a clinch, and that's one of his main weapons as well.
I think Strickland said he had a certain type of strength. I'm not sure we're allowed to use that word.
They've all said it. All of them
type of strength.
All of them that Darren too, they've all said it. You know what I mean? Whitaker, Easy, all of them said it. There's a thing about when he gets hold of you in a clinch, they're thinking, holy shit, I didn't know this brother was this strong like that. So, and for me, out of everything with DDP is his heart, like his willingness to go in there with that dog mentality, man. Like, I'm willing to die in there today. And I still think he has that. I don't think him being the champion has changed that just yet. I still think he has that. And I think we're going to see that tomorrow when he fights Strickland. Strickland, yes, some people say he won the last fight. And there's an argument to say that he did. The thing for me with Strickland, even though he rolls with a lot of punches, that's for crisp fighters because he can really read it. DDP is awkward. Like, that brother is so awkward in the way he fights, and just those reasons alone, it's going to be hard to roll off some of them punches that's going to be coming his way from DDP. So, yeah, for all those reasons that I've laid down, I think you got, look at DDP taking this one, especially with just being a champion, elevate your game. And there's probably new things that is working on. And we know Coach Monvisor from CIT gym over there in South Africa. He's got a plethora of fighters over there. They are all solid fighters, all disciplined fighters. And these guys all go out to win. And he's got that culture in his gym. And whoever's rolling that wave is all at war. So I think they're going to be ready for this one. So, yeah, definitely DDP on this one. Okay. We're gonna come to the dog of the week before we wrap up, people. Thank you for everybody that's locked in, that stayed with us. We're 43 minutes in, people. Jordan, I'm gonna come to you first. I know you like
sure.
So let's hear it.
That's all the behavior. All right, so I think for my dog of the week this week, I'm gonna go with Prado.
Prado.
I really think that he's had some tough fights, but he's been in them all. I think he's gonna press Matthews, and eventually he'll fold.
Okay. What about you, Cross?
For me, my dog of the week as of right now, Jack Jenkins, man. Like, just like Jerome was saying, like before that injury, he was definitely on a tear, and he was like one of those names we was hearing about coming out of Australia. And now that he's back, I'm expecting big things from him.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go Teixeira. I'm gonna go Teixeira.
Is the underdog?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No. Teixeira's a favorite.
Hold on.
Yeah, Teixeira's a favorite.
Hold on.
I see what you're trying to do over there, Ola.
Yeah, sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tafa's definitely underdog.
Yeah, Tafa's underdog on this one. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go with Tom Nolan. Tom Nolan for now. Tom Nolan. So it's another one that I picked as an underdog. So we're gonna go with Tom Nolan on this one. I think he could get it done. I think he will get it done. It's a tough fight against Borshchev though. But yeah. I'm gonna go with Nolan. Hey, you're making a walk, man.
You see what Jackson said?
Give me a break, making a walk. Give me a break. I thought it was the underdog, man, because we ain't really even been reading out the betting odds on this one. Yeah, that one they caught me off guard. So yeah, Tom Nolan.
That was a vet move right there, Ola. You tried to pull a little vet move on us, brother.
Hey, listen, I got time to change it. Like, just like you do. We all do. We got time to change it. But for now, I'm going to stick with Tom Nolan. I very well could go with him tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Thank you, everybody that's been locked in with us. Thank you, Cross, for pulling up. I know you're about to go and you know what I mean, get to the gym and hit some dumbbells and shit.
Got to, brother. Got to.
Yeah, man. Feed them guns. Jordan, salute to you. Thank you very much for pulling up, bro. Even though you had all them technical difficulties, man, you made it happen.
I'm trying.
No, thank you, bro. Thank you. And tomorrow, people, come hit us up for that watch along. We're gonna be here. McDane gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Cross, definitely Keith gonna pull up. So come link us up. Sterling gonna be there as well. And hopefully we're able to get a fighter on tomorrow. And if we don't, yeah, come hang with us tomorrow, man, for that watch along. 3, 1, 2. Salute to everybody that's locked in. Hasta la vista. We're out. Love.
Later.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.